Welcome to lecture 3 of marketing and sales. Today we'll be dealing with the meaning of pricing and its objectives. As you can see, it is the process where a business sets the price at which it will sell its product and services in the market. So what is pricing? It is a process where a business sets the price according to the demand and supply in the market. So how we can calculate? Price is equal to cost plus profit. What is cost? I have already explained you. Cost is the expense which is incurred in the manufacturing of a particular product or commodity. And profit is something which is above the cost. Next, we have objectives. As you can see, the first objective is market share. Effective pricing policy increases the share in the market. Second, boost sales volume or increases the volume of sale. Correct price helps in boosting of the sale of product. Next, match competition. Proper pricing helps to match competition in the market. Long-term growth. As I have written two examples of Maggi and Parle-G, they have a long-term growth. How? Because their marketing strategies are such and their pricing policies are such accordingly. Because of that, their growth is long-term. Very rarely you can see the change in prices of these products in the market with the fluctuation in demand and supply. Next, we have return on investment. Return on investment is generally calculated on the volume of sales. So what you have invested and what is your return at the end of the year, that is return on investment. How much you have invested, how much expenses are incurred and how much return you are getting out of it, that is return on investment. Here, return on investment is calculated on the volume of sales. It can be any percentage. For example, 10%, 20% and so on. So, I hope till here it is clear. Next I move on to services. What is services? Services are actions, performances which are intangible in nature. That means services cannot be touched, seen. It doesn't have any physical existence. Next, we come to the features. Features of services includes 5 I's. What are those? First is intangibility. Again, services cannot be touched or seen. Like the services of doctor, nurse, teachers. Next, inconsistency. It is not uniform or standardized because it involves human actions. It depends completely on the mood of a person or an individual. Suppose once you visit a doctor, he treats you in a way. Second time when you visit the same doctor, it is not necessary that the doctor will treat you in the same way as he has already treated you in the first visit. So that is why it is said that services are not uniform or standardized. It is inconsistency. It has inconsistent nature. Next is inseparability. That is, production and consumption are simultaneous. It goes parallel. Like suppose you have taken an appointment of a doctor at around 6 p.m. tomorrow, and if you miss the appointment, then your services are missed. That means his services will be provided to you on the given time. Therefore, that is why it is said that services are inseparable. Production and consumption, they go simultaneously. Next, inventory-less. Since it doesn't have any physical existence, it cannot be stored, saved or resold. Stored or saved for the future reference or resold. You cannot resell any service. Next, involvement. It cannot be separated from its user or the provider. It is completely linked to the person who is providing the service. For example, the doctor treats the sick patient. That means the services of that doctor is completely related to the doctor himself or herself. I hope till here it is clear. Next I move on to what is product. It is an item offered for sale. It can be a service or an item. It can be physical or virtual. Every product is made at a cost and sold at a price. Again, I would like to repeat, made at a cost, whatever the cost is involved in manufacturing of a product, and sold at a price means your cost plus the profit involved. The price can be changed depending upon the market, quality and segment of the society targeted, which means whether the product is manufactured by the producer for the higher class or the middle class or the lower section of the society. Each product has a useful life after which it needs a replacement. Like for example, refrigerator. You can use it for a number of years and after that it needs to be replaced. So we generally exchange it when there is any offer or we resell it. Features of product. Product needs to be relevant according to your use. It needs a brand name or it needs a name. It should be adaptable. It needs to be communicated. That means, for example, the cosmetics that we buy, we generally test it before we buy. Whether it suits our skin, whether we are allergic to some soap or some cream. So it should be adaptable according to your need. It needs to be communicated. Products need to be communicated through various methods and means such as advertising, such as face-to-face communication, your human contact, etc., etc. So therefore, I hope the topics that I have explained today are clear to you. Thank you.